Alrighty. Let's see. Hey everyone, Joshua here from the Command Cart, and welcome to a new Pizza Thursday. And we are day before Christmas Eve. Yeah, tomorrow will be Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is officially tomorrow. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe tomorrow is Christmas Eve. How has that came to be? How has it come? How Christmas is just tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and Christmas is just 2 days away. We are so very close to Christmas now, just 2 days away. And I am very, very ready for Christmas. Hopefully you are very excited for Christmas as well. Oh, there's a warp orb. Give me a shield. Give me a shield. No, it's too late. Oh, it's too late. Wow. Yeah, we're using Rudolph Crash, as I call it, Rudolph Crash, for this week's Pizza Thursday, just because Christmas is in 2 days, and why not use... I just feel like Rudolph Crash works perfectly. Right? I just think it just works perfectly using Reindeer Crash. I think it works very well. So how's everybody's week have been? And hopefully y'all that have gotten all y'all's Christmas stuff ready as well. I just gonna voice something. Oh really? It's gonna the new Spiral EXE is gonna be dark at the start. that is going to be interesting. And hey, I'm up for it too. I'm up to it too. I'm excited to see. I've been trying my best. I've been seeing some uploads from you on the new Spyro project. Wow. But on your new Spyro EXE, and I've been trying my best not to look at anything on it because I like to keep everything a surprise. I like surprises, and I don't like to get spoiled. So I've been trying my best and waiting very well and getting excited to see how this new EXE Spyro is going to be, how the journey and adventure is going to be, and the story. It makes me excited to see what the story will unfold for this adventure that you have in store. And I guess this would be my first detail, wouldn't it? My first detail look of it, of how you clarified that the beginning of it is going to be dark, which makes me very excited as well to see how it's going to be. Oh, please Gingerbread Joyride. That would work perfectly for tomorrow. That would work perfectly. Gingerbread Joyride would work so perfectly. Yes! Gingerbread Joyride. I was really hoping it would be Gingerbread Joyride. I was really hoping it would be it. And it is. It is. Which, again, would work very perfectly for tomorrow, since tomorrow's Christmas Eve. And I've already gotten the cookies ready that I'm going to leave out for Santa. I've pretty much decided, why not go ahead and make them, right? Which I think it was definitely a good call to go ahead and make them, because especially with tomorrow being Christmas Eve, there's going to be a lot of exciting things happening tomorrow. So, and also, we normally open a Christmas Eve present as well, an early present for Christmas Eve every year. So I'm very excited to see what this year's Christmas Eve present is going to be, that we always open before we go to bed and wait for Santa to come. But yeah, I decided to make M&M cookies for Santa this year. Some M&M cookies, which y'all may have seen the picture as well in the community tab. Oh, now the game's gonna get me a sealed when I needed it back in that other rice. And also, I'm very excited to see what Santa brings as well. Which he normally hides under a blanket as well. And we do a big reveal by removing the blankets that Santa puts over what he gets us. So I'm very excited to see what it is, what Santa brings us. That's the second time I got squished by the jelly. The jello. That's the second time. So many pictures there. Boom. We're a natural. Natural, I tell you. A natural. For again, I always talk about this. I always say that I wish that we could just I can just bring all the Wumpa coins that I have and bring them to my Switch edition. I wish you could do that. I wish you could just move all the Wumpa coins to the console and move them to the other. That would make stuff so much easier. Make stuff so much easier because I still got lots of things to get into Pit Stop in my Switch edition, my Switch version. So that would be save so much time as well. That would save so much time. And I'm definitely on Christmas or sometime later on Christmas, I'll be making a video. Basically, at the end of the day on Christmas, I'll be showing y'all all of the stuff I got as well for Christmas. Everything that I got on Christmas. Which I definitely love showing y'all all the things I got for Christmas. Which I'm definitely gonna be doing the same. So definitely keep an eye out on that as well. That Home Alone post that I put, I definitely really did not want to post that, but because it was very bad news, and again, I'm not the one to always break the bearer of bad news, but I know that was something I thought I would have to share with y'all too, because especially with me being a big Home Alone fan, always loving Home Alone, and the actor of Buzz as well as one of my favorite actors. Which, that, again, when I first saw that as well, when I first saw that, I was very, or saw it too, unexpected too. I always lose Blue Fire there. Most of the time, I always lose Blue Fire there. I don't know why. I always seem to lose Blue Fire. in that tunnel. I don't know why. Always seem to lose it. I don't know why. The Christmas movie, which I do kind of technically count it as a Christmas movie, Polar Express, I am planning on wanting to watch tonight. Which, been a while, always kind of love watching that movie, and definitely a real great movie to watch every year. Polar Express, Home Alone, A Christmas Story, which I watched that recently. I love watching A Christmas Story. That was really funny. It's a real funny movie. Elf, with Buddy the Elf. The Christmas Vacation, I love watching every year as well. The Santa Clauses with Tim Allen. And of course, I've watched Rudolph and Frosty as well, which Frosty is a couple of days ago. But yeah, I pretty much almost watched all the Christmas movies this year. And like that, the Spyro video I made today, the Spyro video I made today, I don't know why people assume that Spyro is dead, which, again, in every video, especially from Canadian Guy A, his recent video about Wumpa League, I see a lot of people, and even him is wondering where Spyro is, like what's going on with Spyro. I know that's a big worry too, and a lot of people are worried that Activision's killed him off. Right? He's only made one comeback, and that's in the Reignited trilogy, and that's just it. But that's not the case. I don't feel. Right? I definitely do not feel that is the case. Like, definitely not. Don't y'all think that? Like, again, he's not. Spyro is definitely not dead. It's just Spyro definitely takes longer to develop too. You got to think about it too. Spyro definitely takes longer to develop because how all the levels and worlds are open, right? Are open and very wide too. So you gotta think about that too. Gotta realize that. Cause hey, I definitely don't mind how long we do have to wait. If we have to wait until 2023 or so, I wouldn't even mind because they want to make it perfect, don't they? Now, as for Wumpa League, they're already teasing enough of it, so it needs to get revealed right this instant. Activision just needs to reveal it right this instant, which, well, at this point, it's going to be in 2022 at the least that we're going to see Wumpa League. But again, Wumpa League's been teased way too much now, and it just needs to get revealed and announced and be released as well. But again, Spyro, we hear nothing about. Just one tease from the Crest art book. That's it. Really the only official tease from the Snacks Dimension with the Spyro hologram with the number 4 underneath him. That's the only official tease that we have of Spyro 4. And of course, the text. The text saying, and a little hint at Spyro. So, we just gotta be patient. And, hey, I'm not good with patience. I mean, I'm not good with patience. I tell you that. I'm not good at it. I am not good at patience. I guarantee that I'm very bad at patience. At being patient. I'm definitely not good at being patient. And that's something that a lot of y'all may know or may have not never knew about me is I am terrible at patience, being patient about something. Especially when it comes down to something that I'm excited for, right? Something that I'm excited for or waiting for something. Especially when waiting for something that I'm really, really looking forward to. That's something that I do not have, cannot seemingly not have all the patience that I would need to wait for it. But again, that's probably just me too. That is probably just me. Now, here's something I can tell you. If it's like regarding to the Cosmic Site, the new SpongeBob game, the Cosmic Site, I am wondering what the heck is going on with that game because it's been since September we've heard of something. Since the reveal, that's all we heard. All the stuff from the reveal, and that's it. Nothing else. I mean, I know they're working hard on it too, and don't want to give out anything, but still, knowing that it's been since September seems very long since any news related to it too. And when it comes to movies, now with movies, it's kind of different as well because they're. I mean, most of the time I don't watch TV. If you know that about me, I do not watch TV a whole lot. So or watch movies a lot. There are only certain movies I would watch, like obviously SpongeBob. I do want to see how that Mario movie is going to do, especially how Chris Pratt is going to do Mario, and how it looks that Jack Black is doing Bowser. So I definitely want to see how that movie would do. The new Minions movie, which we got a new official release about the new Minions 2, is coming July of next year, is when that movie is releasing. So that's good to know. Sing 2, I definitely think that would be good. Probably, of course, not obviously as good as the first movie, but I think it would still do good. Especially how it's coming out on Christmas Day. That new Sandy spinoff, I think it would probably do good. Or yeah, that Sandy movie that we're getting. Hotel Transylvania 4, I want to say that, which we do have a new release date for it, July 14th. I mean, not July, sorry, January 14th. January 14th of next year is when Hotel Transylvania 4 will finally be released on Amazon Prime. Yes, they have clarified that it will finally be releasing on January 14th. That Hotel Transylvania will finally be out by then. Thank goodness, because it's been delayed so many times, and finally it's going to be coming just next month. And remember, Hotel Transylvania 4 is the final movie of that franchise, too. So it's going to end off the final chapter for the franchise of Hotel Transylvania. That's what Sony has confirmed as well. Sony Pictures. A while back, they said that it's going to be the final installment of the franchise. So hopefully it will end in a real great end, right? Hopefully it will end in a great way. Hey, look at that! Eugene is sending the invites. Man, it's been a long time. I can't remember the last time Eugene sent me any invites to play on a race. Like, it's been very long. It's been way too long. I can probably say when the last one was. July, it says. Dang. If it's really been since July since I've found any subscribers on Nitrofield, that is crazy. And that's just crazy. There he is. It's Ebenezer. It's Ebenezer. Or Baby Cortex. I should say. Baby Cortex. I don't know why, but I still prefer Enter the Dragonfly as Spyro 4 most of the time when it comes down to that. Even though, yes, technically, Enter the Dragonfly is Spyro 4, right? Because it is the fourth installment. Because, Spyro 1, 1998, Spyro 2, 1999, Spyro 3, 2000, and Spyro 4, Enter the Dragonfly, 2002, a year before I was born. So, again, it was the fourth installment to come after Year of the Dragon. Which again, Enter the Dragonfly, it does have its hate, right? But I don't give it as much of the hate as people would do, right? Because there's people that would give a lot of hate towards the game, and a lot of people that don't even hate it at all. Really? It's really annoying when I miss that jump. Like, sometimes I can make that jump, and most of the time I just can't. Like, it can get really aggravating. Hopefully y'all saw my video today where I talk about why Cross Forge About Time is my favorite and why it's so special to me. Why Enter the Dragon, or why Cross Forge About Time is very important and my favorite in the whole franchise. And it's true too. Of all the things I've said on there, it's true because my childhood wish come true. It is my childhood wish come true that Cross 4 is about time is. Because, like I mentioned in the video, I've been waiting ever since I was little, and ever since I first saw that 100% ending on Warp, I've begged for a sequel, a real Crash 4 for so long, ever since I was little, and we finally got one. And that's how important and special Crash 4 is to me as well. Because ever since I was very little, I've begged for a sequel, a real Crash 4, and that's why Crash 4's About Time is so special. Dang it, did not mean to do Crash Code. I have to do Electron Avenue. And again, just from saying Eugene playing as Baby Cortex made me think of that as well. Because I know for some reason, on whenever I upload, basically the comments are turned off, and I always have to turn them on for some reason, back on for some reason. Like it's annoying at times why it just for some reason turns them off. Like again, that's really aggravating. Like most of the time, it wouldn't turn off the comments, but most of the time it will. And again, I always don't see it until I wake up too. I always don't realize that until I wake up. I don't know why I always find Electron Avenue to be Rainbow Road of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Electron Avenue, Hot Air Skyway, and Drive Through Danger. Especially Drive Through Danger is Rainbow Road but Nitro Fueled. Especially Drive Through Danger, I can just say. Come here, Baby Cortex. And y'all did give me some good solutions of why and how Baby Cortex and Baby Entropy grew up, or got back into adults in Crash 4. They just grew up, basically, you know? Or maybe time works differently in the time prison, and it goes faster, too. So maybe they just grew up normally, right? Maybe they just grew back into their adult selves. I mean, that would make sense too, right? That would make sense too. Yo, I just went through that bowling bomb. Y'all saw me, didn't y'all? But yeah, y'all definitely had some real good answers on that too. Which it does make sense too. Oh, I am honestly happy I did not hit that. Here I come. That electrocution couldn't stop me. I had a shield. I bet Eugene was wondering probably wondering how did I manage to dodge it. Oh, okay, that I didn't see coming. Oh, now it's on. I say he wants to do war. I can see that for sure. Which I guess I would try to go gentle too. I'll also try to go very not hard too, because it's Christmas time. Right, it's Christmas time. Why is there so many nitros over there? There's so many. Oh no, why? Why a red baker? I always hate those bakers. Yeah, he's won this race. He won that race for sure. No! Wait. Wait, beep. There we go. Just gonna drive backwards to the finish line. Well done, Baby Cortex. Drive through danger. I was just talking about how drive through danger is especially just like Rainbow Road from Mario Kart, but in Nitro Field. So why not do that? It just works out perfectly, don't it? People are also trying to. Basically, people I've seen are also wondering if Spyro is going to be next year, announced next year, which I don't think so. Honestly, I wouldn't say honestly. I don't. If Lumpa League is coming next year, I would say Spyro coming the next year, not like 2022, but 2023. That's why I assumed that he's going to be in 2023, Spyro. Just because, again, Lumpa League in 2022, meaning that Spyro would have to be that following year. And I just wonder how Spyro 4 is gonna be too. I just also wonder how Spyro 4 will play out and what the story and the villain is gonna be. And especially the levels and the characters returning, which people want Cinder. Same thing that people want Crunch to return in Crash 5. Which that would be great too. And considering that we have Tana back in Crash 4, it would make sense to have Crunch in Crash 5. Hello, hurrah. I just drove right into our backwards. Why? Why spam? Hang on there. There. It left me no choice. It left me no choice. And we'll see if there's... Okay, so right, I don't see any more spammers. Seeing a lot more people saying that Spar is dead. Hello there, my friend. How are you doing today? Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We're almost to Christmas. We are close. Not tonight, but tomorrow night. I'm going to have a time. I can just see me having a time sleeping tomorrow night. Because Christmas Eve, I always have trouble falling asleep. I always have trouble going to sleep on Christmas Eve. It's very hard to sleep on Christmas Eve. I can just tell you. It is definitely hard to try to go to sleep on Christmas Eve. And I'm definitely very curious to see how I do tomorrow. If I actually being able to sleep right away or taking me a while to sleep. We will just have to wait and see. I don't know how I'm missing that. But I've already made the cookies to lay out for him tomorrow night. And just have to pour the milk for him, and that'll be everything laid out for Santa tomorrow night. before I go to bed. Everything is almost ready for him. I went ahead and made the cookies today, so all I have to do is just lay them out tomorrow before I go to bed and just pour the drink for him, and they'll all be ready for him. I'm doing alright. Some guy on Kananga A's video commented, giving me spur or giving me death. What? That's weird. Wonder why. I don't know why. You tried to sleep on Christmas Eve. I definitely have a hard time. I have a hard time sleeping on Christmas Eve. I have a extremely hard time sleeping on Christmas Eve. This is definitely not easy. It is not easy for me. But I am very ready to see what I get. Just in 2 days as well. In 2 days. Which we normally always open a gift, a present on Christmas Eve. We always do every year. I normally do. Me and my family normally do a Christmas Eve present before we go to bed too, as well. Which I wonder what it could be. What this year's Christmas Eve present will be. Like the Christmas Eve present is normally a big family present too. So it's definitely exciting to see what it will be. And we usually do a Christmas pickle hunt, which is a Christmas pickle ornament, Christmas ornament, which we use as a Christmas pickle and do a Christmas pickle hunt by trying to find it in the tree, and we get a prize for whoever finds it as well on Christmas Day. Which I don't know if I'll be able to win or not, which I feel like I won last year. I think I managed to win last year. That hunt, that Christmas pickle hunt. Which I love doing the Christmas pickle as well. Digging in the tree, trying to find the pickle. And whoever wins or finds the pickle manages to win. Gets the prize. The gift. I think last year was a movie, the prize was. So it's very exciting to see what this year's will be. Yeah, Eugene's definitely going to beat me in this race. For sure. I think Imposter Rilla Rowe managed to hit me. Oh no. Oh, oh. Well done, Eugene. Managed to beat me. Which I know on Christmas Day, at least where I am, the temperature of outside is going to be about 70. Which that's crazy. The feeling of how it's going to feel on Christmas on Saturday is going to be about 70. Last night it was certainly cold, though. I can tell you that. Last night was very cold. I received a message. Hang on. Wait, what track was it? Hey, deep sea driving, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was deep sea driving. I thought it was. Wow, already lost blue fire. I've already lost blue fire. Thankfully, this track has lots of blue fire pads. So it's no problem. It's normally not a problem. Dang it. I hate hitting that. Dang it. Lost blue fire again. Yeah, Eugene's won this race. I am sure he won this race. Oh, now he has. Now he has, because I just got my 10. I just got hit by TNT. Oh, it's like past midnight. It's like past midnight after before we open. Excuse me. Before we open the presents, like we do it like 5, 6 is 4. It's close to 4 or 5 at the least that we wake up to do presents. Just because we already awake, right? Me and my brother are already awake, and there's no reason to go back to sleep because, well, we're already awake and we wouldn't be able to go back to sleep. So normally it's around that time. Yeah, we do it very early. We do it very early. We definitely do it very early. But it's also good too. I'm also glad we do it early. And that gives more time to play around with the presents until before it's time to eat breakfast as well. When all of my family come together and we do breakfast, and then the rest of my family comes down to my house and opens the presents from down here or down at my house, which it always works out very perfectly. I mean, we do eat a couple of like we do eat a couple of kisses or different candy from our stockings here and there before even eating breakfast, but still. But yeah, once we wake up, we're not able to go back to sleep. So that's when we normally just get out and do presents as well. And again, it's like, I guess 5 or it's still dark too. It is a little still dark as well whenever we do presents. So it's definitely not by the time or not too long before the sun comes up. Because I always know that it's still dark when we do open presents. And again, who knows what time I'll be waking up to open presents this year. Who definitely knows what time it would be when I wake up when it's to open presents. Because once, especially me, anytime when I'm awake, I'm not able to go back to sleep. Even if I'm like going to the bathroom in the morning or something, I do not go back to sleep most of the time. If it's still early, then yeah, I'll go back to sleep like 6 or something. But if it's like past 7, then no, I won't go back to sleep because normally I wake up at 7, sometimes 8, sometimes 9, sometimes 10. Sometimes 7, 8, 9, or 10 a.m. I normally wake up. Around those 4 times. Anywhere between those times. I normally wake up to or sleep to. It just depends how tired I am. And like I mentioned earlier in the stream, just I'll tell y'all for those that didn't hear me say it, but sometime at the end of the day on Christmas, I'll do a video basically showing y'all everything that I got, showcasing everything that I got for Christmas. I will do sometime later on Christmas. At the end of the day, I'll be doing that. I literally do it at 12 a.m. midnight. I know most people do it at midnight, but as for me, I'm still asleep. As for me, I'm still asleep at midnight. I don't normally do it at midnight. Again, it's like still when it's dark. It's still dark outside. A little bit before the sun comes up, like around 6, before 6 or so. But yeah, I would definitely not be able to do it at midnight, and also because I always go to bed later too. Always go to bed later, so I'm always already knocked out anyway. At least any other time, but if it's like Christmas Eve, I'm not too sure, because again, that's always the time I always have trouble going to sleep. Or at least until Santa comes, right? Try to sleep until Santa has come, which you always never know when Santa has come, right? Already came to your house. You always don't know because you're already asleep. Afternoon, my friend. We're just talking about the times that we normally wake up to do Christmas presents when it's Christmas Day. And I was saying how I normally do it. Of what I always remember, it's normally 5 or 4 most of the time, or at least on 6, I'm pretty sure as well. But still, when it's dark outside, because the sun hasn't came up, always doesn't come up when we're awake doing presents. At least what I can remember from. Yeah, at least what I can remember. But and again, saying how it's very hard for me to sleep on Christmas Eve, which I'm gonna have a very fun time trying to sleep tomorrow. I was about to say tonight, but no, tomorrow. I'm gonna be having a fun time trying to sleep tomorrow for sure. Tonight is gonna be no problem, but for tomorrow, oh, it's gonna be a fun time trying to sleep. I can guarantee that. But also, like I mentioned, I'm also glad that I went ahead and made the cookies I'm going to lay out for Santa today. I went ahead and made them so they'll be ready to be laid out tomorrow. Which, again, I made M&M cookies for Santa this year. And they're really good, too. They're really good. I definitely think he would like them. And of course, doing some milk whips. I'm gonna have to put the cookies somewhere for Santa where my cats wouldn't be getting into them, because I have some. But 2 of my older cats, they don't even try to mess with the cookies or anything. But my 2, I think my 2 other cats, they would definitely try to get the cookies and milk, which we're having to do something to keep them from basically getting them, pretty much. Basically putting one of those cake covers, glass cake covers over it, at least over the cookies, and put the milk in the fridge as well. Put the cookies over the glass container where you normally would put a cake, and put the milk in the fridge just so my cats won't mess with them. Because I know they would absolutely find. We do not want that to happen. So we've figured out everything what we're going to be doing to make sure they don't do it tomorrow. That's actually a good question. Crazy idea. Could that package be a Cross X Tony Hawk game? That would be pretty funny. And hey, a cross skating game, right? A cross skating game. I would be all for it too. I would be all for a cross skating game. Or something like skating on it. When I was a kid, I used to believe Santa Claus until my mom told me that Santa Claus doesn't exist anymore. So I've learned that Santa doesn't exist. So I'm very too old for Santa. No offense for his story. I still believe in Santa. And I understand there's lots of people that don't believe in Santa, or either don't believe in Santa or stuck believing in Santa. But I'm for me, I definitely believe in Santa. I am always believing in Santa. And no offense as well, again. And like you said, no offense too. And again, like I said, it's happened. There's lots of people that are like that too. Trust me on that. But as for me and my family, thankfully we never think that. Which we still believe of Santa. And again, there are people that can tell you that too, which I don't normally listen to them either. I don't normally listen to them when they try to tell me something like that because I would always believe in Santa. And because my elf on the shelf too, that I've had since I was little. I have my elf on the shelf from the North Pole. Which again, I've had Frizzle, my elf on the shelf, for I think since 2010 or somewhere close to that. 2010, 2011, somewhere close to that. I've had my elf on the shelf from the North Pole. Which I remember when I first got him too. I still remember that. When I got the elf on the shelf from the North Pole for the very first time. And again, that was probably 2012. If I can remember, if I can look where the book is, the elf on the shelf book is, I can figure out when the year it was when I first got it. Because I know it has a year date on it. Because I'm pretty sure I know where it is, so I'll be able to figure it out. Yeah, and like I said too, and I know what you're saying. Like if you got a good point, you got a good point too. you got a real good point. I only prefer for Crest and Spyro crossover over than Crest and Tony Hawk crossover. No offense. I've never played or I've never been a fan of Tony Hawk game franchise. I never played or really never a fan of Tony Hawk, but I think that would be kind of interesting to see that ever happen, if it did happen. Right, just imagine if there is a Cross/Tony Hawk skating game. That'd be very funny to see. Nope, not Thunderstroke again. I'm not meant to do that. There. Tiny Temple. That's what I meant to do. Oh yeah, and I had some really I had some unbaked cookie dough too when I was making some cookies, which you never you know, a lot of people would say that it's not good to eat cookie dough or like unbaked cookie dough, but I've eaten it for many years. I've eaten unbaked cookie dough like on a spoon for many years, and nothing's ever happened too. Like every year, I have some unbaked cookie dough. Hello there, and it's the day we get a Crash X Tony Hawk game instead of a Crash X Spyro game, right? Just imagine if that day if that ever happened. If one day the day came where we got a Crash/Tony Hawk game and not a Crash and Spyro crossover, that would be pretty funny. But I didn't think about it that way either. Like you mentioned before, and talking about that idea, I didn't think about it like that. Which I doubt they're just, you know, I don't, there's a possibility of it just being, you know, just celebrating with both Crash and Tony Hawk, but also that could actually be something, right? That could actually be something. You never know. But I'm kind of more on the side of maybe they're just sending out the Tony Hawk and Crash stuff just to celebrate both of them, those franchises. But you never know either. Like I said, you never know. It could be that, yes, a crossover of Crash and Tony Hawk could happen or could work somehow, which it would be pretty funny. Would be quite funny. The only games that I've really been a fan of, it like Crash Bandicoot franchise, Spyro the Dragon franchise, Ratchet and Clank franchise, Jack and Dexter franchise, and Sly Cooper franchise. And again, like I was saying earlier about Enter the Dragonfly, I don't know why I still whenever I talk about Enter the Dragonfly, or think of Enter the Dragonfly, I don't know why I always say 4, or Spyro 4. But technically, like I mentioned before, it is technically Spyro 4. Enter the Dragonfly is technically Spyro 4, if you think about it. Like I mentioned a while back on this earlier on from the stream, I talked about how technically Enter the Dragonfly is Spyro 4, but not a Spyro 4 that we all need, right? Spyro Into the Dragonfly kind of sucks. Yeah, and especially since the publishers at Universal rushed the development, had to rush them because they're on a schedule. And I know Into the Dragonfly would have been much better, had so much more potential, but it just went downhill. It'll be funny. Still, I only prefer for Crash X Spyro as crossover. Me too. I hope they announce Spyro 4 in 2022. That would be great, too. Right? Having Wumpa League next year and Spyro 4 being announced. If Spyro 4 does be announced next year, let's just say if Spyro 4 was announced next year, would it come next year still after it gets announced, or would it come in 2023? Like be released in 2023? That's something I wonder. I would feel like if they were to announce Spyro 4 next year, it would probably not come out until 2023. I hate to be like that, but since we're most likely going to be getting Wumpa League next year at this point, I would have to just to say Spyro will probably be held back until next or 2023 at the least. If you see what I mean. And it just depends on Activision. If Activision is back to normal after they've gone through all of the bad stuff that they're going through. If Activision ever gets back to the way they were, then it just depends on that, most definitely. Because I feel like Crash and Spyro are being very pushed back, or, like Wumpa League. Wumpa League being teased so much just because Activision is still going through all this bad stuff that they're going through. So, it really just depends on Activision. It just depends on Activision. If they are still dealing with the bad stuff that they're going through, then Spyro may be to wait until 2023 or 2024 as well. 2023 or 2024. And again, NF at this point, Wumpa League next year. But I'm feeling next year would be Wumpa League. I mean, I really, really want Spyro to have his Force game like Crash did. But it just depends how Activision. It just depends with Activision too, and what's going on with them, especially. Right, that's something I don't get too. I definitely get that. How is Ripto alive and Enter the Dragonfly when he was burnt alive in the second game? Right, because didn't Ripto, or we saw Ripto die. Ripto died in Ripto's Rage. How is he back in Enter the Dragonfly? Like, that doesn't make sense. And he doesn't even say how he survived, or even the game itself doesn't say any reason why he's back. I think Nasty Nort was supposed to be Enter the Dragonfly as well, but I could be wrong. I know they did reference Nasty Nort. Ripto did. Ripto did reference Nasty Nort when he was saying, basically telling or Gulp that he would take him back to the place Ripto found him, unemployed in Molten Crater, begging for work from Nasty Nort. So apparently, Gulp was originally in Molten Crater or the Tiki Lodge, begging for work from Nasty Nort, at least in Ripto's case and Enter the Dragonfly. At least from Ripto's saying. Have the epilogue of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Yeah, I have seen it too. And if you got all of the skill points, sorry, if you have skill points in Ripto's Rage, at least in the original, you can say one of the dragons found Ripto, right? One of the dragons found Ripto as well. Like one of the dragons was holding him by the leg. "2024 will be taking that long for a new Spyro game. I want Spyro to come back." Same here. I mean, again, it's been 3 years. 3 years since Spyro came back, just in the Reignited trilogy. Not counting any other games, just counting his game, just counting Reignited. That was the last time Spyro came back. Not counting Nitro Fueled, not counting Crash on the Run or Crash 4, but counting just Spyro's own game. It's been 3 years. Which, that is way too long. That is definitely a long time. Just thinking 3 years since Spyro first came back, that is crazy. Like, it doesn't feel that long either. I remember, it doesn't feel that long. It just feels like not so long ago when they announced Spyro coming back. Got a tickle in my throat. Something's tickling my inside of my throat. But yeah, it's just crazy to think that 3 years. Almost longer since a year since, and well, yeah, a year after Crash came back, first came back from the Insane Trilogy. And then 2019, Nitro Fueled, and then last year, Crash 4, and Crash on the Run. And most likely next year, Wumpa League. And as for Spyro, only 2018. And that's it. Which is sad to say too. I mean, like I said, we got the tease from the Crash art book of Spyro 4, but that's it. That's all, really anything official that we have. Regarding the Spyro. Right? The Insane Trilogy is turning 5 years old next year. Alright. Have a good day, my friend. Hopefully you have a good Christmas. Hopefully you will have a good Christmas, because tomorrow will be Christmas Eve. But like you said, the Insane Trilogy is going to be turning 5 next year. That's hard to believe. And I remember too, when Crash came back. The first time Crash came back. I also remember when the Insane Trilogy was announced. I remembered, like, it was just not so long ago. But just to think that it was 4 years now, it's hard to believe. Four years for the Insane Trilogy. 2 years of since Nitro Fueled, and a year since Crash 4. In 2024, it'll be a year of the dragon. In 2024, of saying Chinese New Year, animals years. Oh, really? But like I said as well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how I'm going to sleep tomorrow. Right? It's definitely going to be very interesting to see how I will be able to sleep tomorrow night. Hopefully, I will be able to sleep really good. But I kind of doubt I would be able to sleep straight away. I definitely doubt I would have any no trouble falling asleep. I definitely doubt that. But I just have to wait and see. I just have to wait and see tomorrow to see how I do. I remember the developer time trial on here was a pain. I don't know why. And I was like a couple of seconds from almost not baiting it, too. When I eventually did bait the developer, I was a couple seconds from not baiting it. It was very crazy that I was just so close to not baiting it. Yeah, Eugene's definitely won this race for sure. He's definitely won for sure. Okay, we got him second. I don't think I did too bad on here. I don't think I did too bad. Cookies. Yeah, that is why the Platinum Trophy in Spyro 4 or Spyro 3 It's called Party Like It's 2024. Guess what I got when I was Christmas shopping? What did you get? Dang it. I keep clicking a track that I'm not meaning to do. Let's say Vortex Castle. Yeah, Chinese New Year's animals like a rat, an ox, a tiger, a rabbit, a dragon, a snake, a horse, a sheep, a monkey, a chicken, a dog, and a pig. Dang, that's a lot of animals. Yeah, it definitely is a long wait. I can just tell you that. I would say that it's probably for the best too, because who knows how far in development that they have Spyro 4? Who knows how long that they have this game? It just definitely depends how long or how far in development that the Spyro 4 is. Or even if it is in development, they may haven't started developing it yet as well. Which I doubt that's likely. I got Dark Pictures, Archaeology Houses, House of, and some pops of the many Cuphead characters with anime banners and a $50 Nintendo Switch gift card. Wow, that's really cool. All that just from Christmas shopping. That's actually really impressive. Thankfully, all my shopping, which I didn't do it, which my mom did all the shopping. But all of the shopping that she had to do what is finished this year, thankfully. But again, that's really cool that you saw all that. Oh yeah, and you're probably wondering what movie I'm probably going to be watching tonight. What Christmas movie I'm going to watch tonight? I'm thinking Polar Express. I think I'm going to be watching Polar Express tonight. That's a good movie, Polar Express. Be watching it while I eat this week's Pizza Thursday pizza. That'd be good. There you go. Oh, yeah. Which that would be pretty cool if Eugene plays as Arctic Nash. Because, you know, Christmas is just in 2 days and Christmas Eve is tomorrow. That would work perfectly. Right? That would work very well. I definitely agree with you with that. Polar Express is a great film. It definitely is. It's definitely one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorite Christmas movies. If anyone told me what one of my just named any of one of my favorite Christmas movies, it would definitely have to be Polar Express. I definitely love Polar Express. Real great movie to watch year round. Home Alone. Well, Home Alone 1, 2, 3, 5, and Home Sweet Home Alone. Love watching. The 3 Santa Claus movies: Polar Express, Frosty, Rudolph, Elf, the Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Story. Those are some I can name that I love watching for Christmas. Especially Home Alone, Christmas Vacation, Rudolph and Frosty. I definitely always want to try to watch every year. Yeah, I love Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is a real great voice actor. And especially if you've seen Toy Story and Castaway. Castaway really shows Tom Hanks as a great actor as well. I definitely love Castaway because of Tom Hanks and how great he does on it too. And he's the only person I feel that can make you feel emotional by losing a volleyball too. Right? I think Tom Hanks is the only person that can make you feel very emotional by losing a volleyball in Castaway. Because normally you would never feel emotional like that, but Tom Hanks always, just his acting in the movie just makes you feel very sad for it, for a loss of a volleyball. But again, that's definitely one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies to watch. Castaway and Toy Story are definitely my 2 Tom Hanks movies to watch. And Tim Allen, the Santa Claus, all 3 of the Santa Clauses, and Toy Story with Tim Allen. But yeah, Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Tom Kenny, especially Tom Kenny when it comes to SpongeBob and Spyro. SpongeBob and Spyro, Tom Kenny is my favorite. Like, Tom Kenny does really great as SpongeBob, and nobody could do SpongeBob like Tom Kenny can. I think Tom Kenny's the only person that would be able to do SpongeBob. Like, if there was a day that Tom Kenny could or stop doing SpongeBob, there would be no way that anybody else could do SpongeBob. Right? Nobody else could do SpongeBob. Yep, that's right. Wilson, I'm sorry. And he's just struggling to try to get Wilson back onto the boat too. Which that scene always makes you feel sad. That scene always makes you feel sad. It's definitely sad to watch, too. Because again, Wilson was Tom Hanks' only friend on that island. Right? Wilson was the only friend of Tom Hanks when he was on the island. Because there was nobody else with Tom Hanks when he was on the island. When he was stranded. So Wilson was the only friend that Tom Hanks had when he was deserted on the island. So that's especially what makes it too. I'm guessing you have seen Forrest Gump. Oh yeah, Forrest Gump. How did I forget Forrest Gump? That's another one of them. One Tom Hanks movie I love watching too. Forrest Gump, Castaway, and Toy Story are the three Tom Hanks movies I love watching. Especially Forrest Gump. I love watching Forrest Gump, especially since Tom Hanks is in it. Because if Tom Hanks is in the movie, you know it would be good, right? You know it would be good because of how Tom Hanks is. And he's definitely really great in that movie. Like, Forrest Gump is definitely a movie that you have to watch if it's on TV, right? Or if you have it on DVD, you have to watch it, right? No matter what, you just, especially if it's on TV. Like, if it's on TV, you have no choice having to watch it because of how good it is. Yeah, Forrest Gump is another one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. Most definitely. That's definitely a movie that you just have to watch if it's on TV. As my dad would say. I know my dad has said that before. If if that movie's on TV, you have to watch it, right? I mean, Castaway I have on pretty sure I still have on DVD, but as for Forrest Gump, I I sadly don't have Forrest Gump anymore. But again, I've seen the Polar Express, and yeah, it is a good movie. It definitely is. It definitely is a good movie. Some real good acting and animation on it too, and a great story. So some real great moments. Like just seeing a train come out of nowhere too. Just seeing a train, the Polar Express, come out of nowhere when there's no other train tracks nearby. But again, that's what makes that magical too, because it's going to the North Pole. That train is going to the North Pole. I've always make myself hot chocolate before watching Polar Express. Oh yeah, I remember one time um going basically out looking at Christmas lights in my pajamas, and basically my mom and dad would use the ticket thing to stamp the ticket that we would we would had, and basically go and have some hot chocolate too, and go and look at some Christmas lights too. I remember that. What about Tom Kenny's character? Oh yeah, and I forgot about him on Tom and Jerry too. You bringing it up, I totally forgot about that character too when I was talking about Tom Kenny. Which I know Tom Kenny also voices lots of other characters. Obviously, voices lots of other characters. Like I know he voices the Ice King on I guess Adventure Time. Again, I've never watched Adventure Time, but I know he did voice somebody on there. I'm pretty sure it was the Ice King. He also voiced Cat Dog. Not sure which one, but I know he voiced one of them. I'm pretty sure he voiced one of the characters on Rocko's Modern Life. He voices Gary, SpongeBob, SpongeBob's dad. Let's see. Now he voices several characters on SpongeBob, besides SpongeBob and Gary, I know. And of course, he voices Spyro. Yeah, the Ice King from Adventure Time. I thought so. I recognized about Castaway when I was very little. I remember that when that guy hit his toes with ice skates, so's, and a coconut. Oh yeah, Tom Hanks doing that. And of course, throwing coconuts at the walls too, just trying to get some water because that was really the only food that he had too. And he just couldn't starve either. Which I'm surprised, and it's really lucky that Tom Hanks managed to escape from the island too, which is really great. And and it's really sad to also say that, and crazy to think people thought he was dead too. Which wouldn't you be the same? Wouldn't you be the same if hearing that Tom Hanks, Chuck, I'm pretty sure his name was on Castaway, that Tom Hanks played, was gone for so many years, so long too, was on that island for so long, people thought he was dead. They even put a funeral for him too. Even did a funeral just because he was gone for so long, and they just assumed that he was dead just because there was no sighting of him either. Even the girl that Tom Hanks loved too had to move on from him too, just because everybody assumed that he was dead, even though he was deserted on an island. So that was definitely hard to see too. Again, a real great and sad movie, Castaway is. It's a real great movie. Really great. And luckily, those packages too that sorted on the island too. All those packages. And one of them that he never opened too. There was one that he never opened, which a lot of people pointed out too. He opened every package except one that somebody in some comments I've seen from different clips of the movie I've seen say that it was like a phone or something. Yeah, it was like something for him to call on that he just never opened. There was like a phone or something in there, or a radio or something, of what I've seen. But again, he never opened it. Oh yeah, I've heard that. Um, I've heard Tom Kenny also was in the Transformers live action film. I've heard I've heard that he was. I just never seen it. There's a lot of Transformers I've never seen. I totally forgot about it. I've heard that Tom Kenny was. I never seen that movie. I never seen that movie. I may have heard of it before, but I just never seen it. At least I don't recall ever hearing about it. But yeah, again, Tom Kenny is definitely somebody that can do just a lot of impressive voices, right? Like several voices of a character he can voice is just impressive, right? Especially when you think of Tom Kenny. SpongeBob, Gary, Spyro, the Ice King, every character that he can do is just amazing to see. I think I've heard that. Yeah, I'm thinking I do remember hearing about it. I just never watched it. I just never watched it before. I may have, or I think I may have heard of it. I just don't think I ever watched it before. And you know what's pretty funny too? You know what's kind of funny thinking of Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, and SpongeBob or Tom Kenny. Whenever they speak in their normal voices, you can hear the characters that they play, right? That they voice. Like Tim Allen, when he speaks normally, you can still hear Buzz, right? Like in the Santa Claus, the Santa Claus movies, for example. When you hear Scott talking, the character that Tim Allen is in the Santa Claus, um, you can hear Buzz. And Castaway and Forrest Gump, you can hear Woody from Tom Hanks. And just by Tom Kenny himself, you can hear SpongeBob. Even by Spyro, I can hear SpongeBob. Like, I can't unhear SpongeBob because it's Tom Kenny. It is Tom Kenny, so you can't unhear SpongeBob. Like, whenever you hear Spyro talk, I just always hear SpongeBob coming out of Spyro. I could just always hear the characters coming out when they're just talking normally. Even when they're not voicing their characters like Woody, Buzz, and SpongeBob, like I said, you can still hear the characters that they play just by when they're talking normally. Like that's also something really cool when you think of certain voice actors too. Like when you just hear them talk normally, you can just hear the characters that they voice. Like Lex Lane, I can also hear a little Cortex. When you hear Lex Lane, I can also hear a little Cortex when he's just talking normally. Even when he's not doing his Cortex impression, I can still hear Cortex. I even forgot I had a Discord. At this point, I just forgot I've even had a Discord. Because I still have no clue how to fix it. I still have no clue how to get back on it. I just totally left it there. Forgot about it since I had no idea what to do. I just left it there. Left that Discord there. I just have no idea what else to do to get it back. So I just left it. I bet she is. I don't know. I don't recall if I had heard of her before. I may have. I just can't recall. All right. Already gotten hit. I don't know how, but I've already gotten hit. Which I always don't get that too. Every time at the start of a race, I always get hit somehow. Oh, I think Eugene might have either got eaten by a piranha plant or probably just fallen or something. Not too sure. Cool, I'm so glad. Oh, I knew he was probably going to do that. I bet he had some weapon just ready to hit me with it. I just thought he would have. Oh, I got him. I was waiting for the right moment to do it. I got that going Wumpa still somehow. Yeah, we won that. All right. That sounds good. Thank you for letting me know too. Just in case if I if it seems very, if I find it very, like, very confused about it. So thanks for letting me know with that. So I think that will conclude this week's edition of Pizza Thursday. I do hope y'all enjoyed this stream. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have all the notifications turned on because you are not going to want to miss anything new on my channel. And hopefully y'all are ready for Christmas because it is just in 2 days. Christmas Eve will be tomorrow. And next week's edition of Pizza Thursday will be the beginning of the Wrath of Cortex. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. And hopefully y'all have a great Christmas. See you later, my friend, and we'll see you on next video. Bye!